It is always great catching up with my next guest. I wish this was under better circumstances, but you know who I'm talking to here. Saidyokub Kakhramonov, who is a free agent. Big news broke last week that he is not with UFC anymore. Saidyokub, how are you, man?
Hey man, I'm good. I'm so happy. I'm better. I'm not miserable no more. My life is good.
Yeah, I want to go through a timeline here because, and you know, bear with me for a little bit because I'm kind of going through the order of this. So, a couple weeks ago, you tweet out that the UFC has released you. Then I noticed shortly after that the tweet was deleted. We hadn't heard anything for a while, and then you officially came out again saying I've been released. So, take people through the timeline here. What happened?
Well, the reason I deleted the tweet because the message was already sent to the people. That thing went so viral. Like I had almost 1 million views. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. But message was sent already, and then which is negative, and I don't like to keep negative stuff on my page. You know what I mean? I don't want
Mhm.
people to keep coming back at. I deleted because people who heard about it, they heard about it. So yeah, the reason well There's a there's not a lot of big. The only reason that I got is like there's a same shit. Way too many bantamweights. We have to give other people a chance. That's the reason. That's the first one. The second one is I missed weight on my first debut. Debut fight. I missed
What?
weight. Which is I get it. They don't give a fuck about what I was doing. It's not their problem. Me as a professional, I know it's my fault. Yes, I messed up on that part. I did miss by 2.5 pounds. But am I the only one who did that? How many people have been missing weight and still been fighting and still been doing, even the superstars? You know what I mean? Yeah, I got my CFFC title fight, right? I got my CFFC title fight, and after that, I'm waiting on a fight. 4 or 5 months. I don't get a fight. What I'm gonna do in America? You don't make money out here. I said, man, screw this place. I said, I'm gonna just go back home, do my thing a little bit. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Which I did that. I went home. I was there. I was just, just enjoying my life. And at that point, I was like, you know what? This UFC thing, I don't think it's gonna work out for me because a lot of people are giving me shit about when I said fuck this CFFC belt. You know what I mean? They were like, oh, that was fucked up. You should have not said that. I'm like, what are you talking about? How many fucking people talk about UFC belt? They say fuck that UFC belt. How many people say that? How many people say fuck the WBC belt? Like they don't care about the belt. Why all when I say it now it's a problem? Just because the promotion, the guy who the fucking the whatever the guy who owns the promotion came up to you, he got felt some type of way. Now it's the problem. Now you guys think that was the problem for me not having a good relationship with the UFC. I was like, that's fucking bullshit. I said when I said that shit, people loved it. So it's
Mhm.
all about what people love, right? At the end of the day, what you bring it to the TV. Whatever. I was like, man, I was miserable. I don't get a call. I went back home. And then, what do you do back home? You don't, I haven't been there for a year. I have my childhood friends, we chill, we go outdoor. I'm thinking, and now I'm thinking, man, I'm down with sport because I don't want to do this shit. I feel like they hate me for this. So I'm like, I'll do something else. Boom, I get the call. All right. I could have just be like, no, I'm overseas. But how the fuck I'm gonna say no to the UFC?
Right. Yeah.
Tell me anybody who would say no.
Mhm.
All you motherfuckers, even you were knew if you knew that you were gonna miss weight, you will still take the fight. So,
Yeah.
so don't tell me that you should not have taken the fight if you knew you couldn't make weight. I knew I was gonna make weight. I just didn't have enough time, dude. I arrived to Vegas on Wednesday. I
Mhm.
missed weight by 2.5 pounds.
Mhm.
2.5 pounds, not even 1 kilo. What does it change? Maybe it changes a little bit, but at the end of the day, I didn't beat him physically or I didn't beat him any different. I was already dead in the third round. I was dead after the first round. He didn't do much shit. He was dead too. I choked him out. You know what I mean? That was a skill set that want me to fight, not because the weight cut. Even the weight cut, nothing will change anyways. So anybody who would say like, "Oh, you missed weight, you could not take the fight," all motherfuckers will take the fight. Even their fucking dad was dead and they were in the funeral, they will still take that fight and they come and get a fight with the first fight, whatever. Even they lose, they don't care. Even I lose, I don't care. I'll fight. Even they're 135ers, they will fight 170 in the UFC just because they're in the UFC, alright?
Yeah.
So I don't even want to hear that shit. Plus, okay, that happens, right? My second fight, I get against Brian Kelleher. I get after how many long? Look at the date, 5 6 months. I get on the next fight, maybe 4 months. It was kind of quick. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I guess they want me to come in here, lose, and then get the hell out of here. I guess. not even lose, like just do fast and just like win, you know. And then I get COVID. They blaming the COVID on me. How the fuck you gonna blame the COVID on me?
Yeah.
How many people got COVID on that car? Same day, they had 4 people on COVID. And then let me tell you this, that was a bullshit ass test. I did not have the COVID. If I had the COVID, I swear to God, you feel some type of way. Some kind of a little bit, you have to feel something. Like maybe a cough, maybe a little fever, maybe a little runny nose at least. Maybe you sneeze. I had none of that shit, alright? I get a COVID. All that guys that other 3 guys that who had COVID, 6 people got canceled, 3 fights got canceled, including mine, 4 got canceled. I was the only. Brian got a fight at 145 with some bum. He beat him at 145. That guy's not even in the UFC no more. And then other guys, other late that girl got rescheduled next week to LA card, and the other one at 145, he was a debut guy, and he got rescheduled after 2 weeks. How long it took me to reschedule? 6, 7 months. I was getting ready for a fight 3 months, and I didn't fight another 6 months. That's 9 months, almost 8 months I didn't fight. Why the fuck everybody gets fucking rescheduled right away and I don't get rescheduled right away for 9 months? Bro, I gotta make money. I have family, bro. Like, do I stay in shape? Do I fucking not train? Like, what if I overtrain? What if I get sick? What if I get injured myself? Like, they
Mhm.
don't think about none of that shit. Why don't you reschedule me right away for next week? Why didn't it happen? You know what I mean? There's bantamweight fights every week. Okay, if I got COVID, bro, there's 3 other people. I wasn't the only one who got COVID, and they blame because oh you had COVID in your next fight or your second fight. So I'm like, how's is my fault? They're like, oh, how's that UFC fault? Like what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah.
I
It's
was like,
ridiculous. Yeah.
whatever. And then that was me conversation with me and my manager Jason House, and then I'm like, yo, give me a fight. I need to fight. Like, give me a fight. And then they give me this Umar Nurmagomedov fight. I'm like, all right, you guys want to give me this fight, pay me a little more because I know it's gonna, it's a big name. It's gonna bring like, give me listen new contract so I know I'm safe. Like not even safe, so I know I have a more fights in my contract. I don't want to be stuck in a rookie contract. I was like, give me that fight. I was like, okay, at least give me more money. And
Mhm.
then he calls back. He's like, no, they don't want to give you nothing. Either you take this fight or no fight. I was like, you know what? Fuck that shit. I'll take the fight.
Mhm.
5 day passes, no answer. 3 weeks left. I'm like, yo, I'm in Illinois. I gotta go back to California. I was in California before. I gotta do my training camp. Do I go back or do I stay here? What the fuck is going on? Where's the contract? He says nobody's responding back. Sean Shelby's not responding back. Ali is not responding back. Nobody's responding back. I'm like, what the fuck? Now you guys were telling me I take this fight or there's nothing. Now I take the fight. Nobody's gonna respond me back.
Yeah.
That fight fell off, right?
Yeah.
And then I get this fucking Ronnie Lawrence guy fucking and tell him he suck. He ain't no wrestler. Obviously, I don't even think Sean Shelby knows what the fuck he's doing when he looks at the fighters. How the fuck you guys think he's a badass wrestler? Like how? I don't understand. Like I don't even think you guys know about fighting. Like only reason I'm saying is not because I'm trying to hate on the guy or in the UFC. I'm being straight. We live in America. That's what Dana White does. Free speech. He loves that shit, right? We don't live under the Stalin. I can say what the fuck I want. They doing tough show back to back in the 2 row bantamweight weights. How the fuck you gonna tell me you have too many bantamweights, but you keep hiring bantamweights? It
Yeah.
don't make sense. When I talk to anybody, even the people on Twitter fucking love me. They think I'm funny. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm like bad or like some dickhead or like even you're a dickhead. I'm a dickhead. I'm dickhead in the gym against fighters. I'm not a dickhead to the fucking a mom that doing grocery shop or soccer mom. You know what I mean? I respect
Mhm.
those people. I fucking oh ma'am, you need help. Let me help you with your groceries, like shit like that. But at the end of
It's
the
the fight
day,
game. I know what you
it's
mean.
a
Like you
fight
got to
game.
you got
I
to be
love to talk
yourself.
shit
Yeah.
against these fighters because I look at them like, be honest, man. UFC division, they say, oh, it's stacked, bro. What the fuck is stacked, bro? Like, I look at this is the easiest shit ever. I made it look so easy. I made it to the UFC in 4 years of my MMA career. Motherfuckers been in the sport for 10 years and still crying. I spent 10 years of my life and then I lost a contender series. Like, what the fuck you doing wrong in your life? You're not doing right. That's why you need 10 years, bro. I don't want to be 10 years in this fucking sport. Anyways, though, that's why I was like, I made it look so easy and they didn't like the fact. I proved them wrong every time. I'm like, you guys don't know shit about the sport. Your guys is suck. He's not a good wrestler. He's trash. They talking about Umar's gonna be a champ, right? They talking about he's gonna be champ soon.
Yeah.
I fought him training only 1 year MMA, and he couldn't even do shit to me. And he's all of a sudden being a champ after 5 years. We fought like 5 years. Now he was calling, how he's asking for a fight. I want to fight. I want to fight anybody. He said, I fight anybody, even they ranked or not ranked. I'm like, let's fucking do it. Let's
Yeah.
fucking do it. Let's fight.
Mhm.
You talking all this fight. Let's fucking do it. You don't want this problem. I know you don't want this problem. I
Mhm.
know it. I know I'm gonna catch you because I called you last time, and you know I'm gonna catch you again. You don't want this problem. Yeah, you're good. I'm gonna lie. You're a good fighter. Yeah, you're gonna be champion. He's gonna be champion. No doubt in my head because they're all fucking trash. Cheeto is old. These guys are getting old. His time is coming. You know what I mean? He's young. He's getting old. You know what I mean? Peter
Yeah.
Yan is dead. They're all top 10. Murab is old. You know, he's getting old. He's gonna win one more fight. He's done with this shit. You know what I mean? He's gonna move on. He's gonna be champion 100%. And he even said, I will fight anybody, even though I beat him again. Even though I beat them before. He said that. So who's he talking about? Me. I'm the
Yeah.
only guy he beat in the past that's still doing great and is still in the fucking UFC. Because all the guys that he fought, they're all fucking trash. Straight up cans. Come on, he beat two cans. Who the fuck he beat? Callagher
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
Menace guy,
Yeah. Nate Maness. Yeah.
and then his third fight was okay.
Barcelos.
Last guy that he beat, the Barcelo. Okay, I give it to you. It was good, but that guy is 37 years old, man. His chin is not there. You see that technique, knee, bro. Bro, even 2 years old, like that's not a pure take. That was a lucky. He didn't even believe that he could knock somebody out. He was like, what? He got shocked that he knocked him out because he doesn't believe in that. That
Mhm.
happened. It was accidentally. He
Yeah.
does not believe that. So, and then, okay, I watched my fight, right? My last fight, I watched it. Right for 2 weeks, I watched it first. Like, first 2 weeks after the fight, I hated that fight. I was like, bro, this is not what UFC wants to see. I did not like it. But time passed. I watched it the other day, like yesterday, I think 2 days ago. No, I watched it on Sunday. Bro, that was a fucking great fight. I
Mhm.
was fucking that dude up. He did not see me in there. He was in a tornado, like he could not see me. Yeah, I fucking went out, grappled the shit out of him. That was the fucking plan. I'm gonna go out there, grapple the fuck out of him. He's gonna be dead. He's not gonna breathe. And the next second round, and then I'm gonna just smash him. But sometimes it's not your day. You don't stick to the plan. It happens to the best of us. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's how I look at it. That was a fucking great fight. I smashed him. The technique, the fucking positioning is high level. The guys don't. The thing is that the way I took his back just from the standing, just tripping his leg, people cannot do that shit. They don't even fucking Dominic Cruz was like, damn, that was smooth that he said. You know what I mean? Because the technique was outstanding. I just didn't believe in my hands, but now I believe in my hands. Now I know who I am. Now I give him too much respect, I feel like, because like I'm like, oh, I knew this motherfucker sucks. I know they suck, but deep inside, like this is top 15 in the UFC. That's a big thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever,
So.
that happened. And then because you lost and you missed weight on your first fight, that's what
Well,
we
I
see.
don't get the first fight thing. See, that's weird to me because that like you took that on short notice, like you said. We've seen plenty of examples of guys missing weight. I don't understand why they would still hold that against you. That
He's
to me
saying
is the weird
that
part.
there was 10 other guys before you that would make weight, and that didn't do no favor to me or no favor to your opponent. I'm like, I understand that. You can hire 10 other average Joe from Oklahoma
Mhm.
or Minnesota or New York City. It's still gonna be same idiots gonna watch him. When I fight, there's a whole country watching me, the whole
Mhm.
different region, different eye to the fucking business. Isn't that
Mhm.
what this business is about? Like you
Yeah.
bring new fucking eye to the sport. Look at
Yeah.
my following. After the one fight, I gained 45K followers overnight.
Yeah.
I
No, I
have
saw
more
it.
followers than most of this top 15 guys that are in the UFC in my division.
Yeah. Well, and even the
They
response since you announced that you're not with UFC
exactly.
anymore, you've had a ton of. Did that surprise you a bit? I know you feel like you've
Oh yeah, I was
captivated an
surprised.
audience,
I was
but
like,
tell me a bit
I
about
was like,
that. Just the feedback, like a lot of top people being like, this is wrong. You getting released.
yeah, I was like, wow, people actually. I even said, I was like, damn, people actually give a fuck about me. Like, I knew they will. I know they watch me because every time even after I lost my last fight, I
Mhm.
had nothing negative. Maybe a couple of those Caucasian people, oh, you like this, that. Maybe one or two. Other than that, bro, you just killed this dude, but you got a caught. But everybody had positive messages towards me.
Mhm.
But even my coaches, everybody, like even my dad was like, man, he's like, my dad was like, he's like, you're stupid. Like, why would you fucking do that? Like, you know what I mean? You
Right.
were beating his ass. I thought you were done. You were done. You were. My dad is like that. You know, he's straight up.
He's old
He's a
school. Yeah.
gangster.
My
You know
dad's
what I
same
mean?
with that.
He's like, even when I beat Ronnie Lawrence, he's like, you should just knock him out in the first round. You know, he's that type of guy because he knows who I am. I've been in the gym since I'm 8 years old. I never skip shit. That's all
Yeah.
I do. That's all I do. You know, I've been grappling. I love grappling. That's my shit. Khabib loves grappling. Have you seen these fights in the beginning? Like look at all these superstars, Moreno, Yair. Have you seen their first two fights in the UFC? Bro, they're
Uh,
amateurs.
yeah.
Who tell me any bantamweight that fights top 15 guy in their only third UFC fight?
Yeah. It doesn't happen.
Me.
You're right. Yeah.
Doesn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
No, I
I know
agree.
who I am. I know I'm a top dog. I know I'm better than these guys. So why the fuck I'm gonna be miserable? I was mad for a day. I was like, fuck, what I'm gonna do now? I was just sad as fuck. I'm just fighting with my wife. I'm like, it's your fault because you pissed me off during camp. My head didn't, you know what I mean? It was shit
Yeah.
like that, trying to blame people. But at the end of the day, now I'm so happy. I have so much freedom. I'm actually getting better offers. I turned down a couple offers from Russia. I said, hell no, I'm never fighting in Russia. You guys are on steroids. I don't do that shit. So I'm trying to get into this YouTube boxing shit that my manager is working on right now. I'm with a
Okay.
new manager. His name is Michael Lenardi. He's a director of most valuable promotion owned by
Oh,
Jake Paul.
cool.
He runs that shit. He's in the boxing world. He's the money guy. You know what I mean? Yeah, we tried to get into UFC a little bit slowly, you know, advance, you know what I mean? But for somehow, you know, they didn't like that, or I don't know what happened, because we tried to be a friend with the UFC, and then we reached out to Hunter, and then Sean Shelby didn't like that, and then Jason trying to say that, oh, what do you thought was gonna happen? You going over back, Sean Shelby's back, and then trying to talk to boss. Bro, we didn't go talk to him, ask for shit. We just went, yo, we'll fight anybody. We just want a little better treatment. Just get us maybe fight every 3 or 4 months, not in a fucking every 8 months. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all
No,
it
no.
was, man. At the end of the day, I know who I am. I'm like, I'm being honest. Like, I'm a happy person. I'm not miserable no more. I'm not with this Jason House guy. I had manager call me, different manager. He works with big dogs. Like, he was telling everybody, he's like, yo, I want to help you because I'm from Spokane. I do this marketing. He's like, wouldn't you sign? I'm like, yo, I cannot sign with you because I'm already with this guy, because that would be disrespectful to this guy. I'm like, loyalty. There's like, you know what I mean? Like, and he's like, what if I give you $5,000 a month? Not just one time, every month. Would you sign with us? I said, no. I'm not gonna fucking take my word back from this guy because we shook hand. I'm a fucking man. I'm not gonna pick 5 grand, which is, that's a whole, you know, a year I can just live off that fucking sponsorship. I have a phone call right there. It's on my phone. Like, I can even prove that to you. I'll show it to you real quick
Well, I'll
so you
take your word
see
for it.
it.
I don't want to get anyone in trouble if you're going to reveal
You know,
anything here, but
nah,
I'll
you're
take.
not. You see
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
message that we fucking talking? There's
Yeah.
two guys. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, bro,
Okay.
I know who I am, man. It's their loss. I mean, resigning. They said resigning is not, it's possibility, but we're not gonna.
Wait
He
around.
actually said it was a hard decision for me. He said it was
Mhm.
a hard decision for me, but I have to do it because I have to give other people a chance. There's too many bantamweights. You
Yeah.
had 3 chances, he said. I was like, you know what? Give other bums a chance. Nothing's gonna change. Their followers not gonna go up because nobody gives a fuck about him. For example, other this elder guy, right? He fought in the UFC, got 50K.
Mhm.
After that, he posted a picture on Instagram. He has only 2,000 likes.
Right. Yeah. I know what you mean. The popularity side of things, right? So.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
have people watching me, so why the fuck I'm gonna trip over the 16K, 16K? This guy trying to pay me? No problem. I love the UFC, man. The staff, the UFC, the staff, the people who work for the UFC is amazing. Like, they all cool with me. The security guys, the media, like I love like they fucking like you PI. Like, I go to PI. Forrest Griffin is so nice to me. He always comes talks to me. He even said that I had future in the sport. He's like, you're good, stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I was like, bro, it is what it is. It comes to media. Every time my first fight, I had no media before the fight, right? In the UFC. I was like, I get it, it's my first fight. I was like, okay, maybe second fight I get some media. No media on my second fight. I go to fucking media day. I talk to some Russian dude for 5 minutes. Nobody gives a fuck about him. I don't go sit on the front of the media. I don't get the mic and talk. And I'd be like, it's okay, we talk after the fight in front of you guys. I did this
Yeah.
shit 2 times in a row. In the third fight, I was like, okay, maybe it's gonna happen in the third one because I'm fighting somebody top 15 in the world. Maybe I get some more media this time.
Mhm.
Nothing. Like, I was at this point, you guys just brought me here to fucking lose. Like, I know me, like, you know what I mean? But I'm
Yeah.
better than most of the rosters. Top
Yeah.
five, easily top five. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Easily, no doubt in my mind. So it's their loss. I'm not even
Mhm.
tripping on them. I would never shit on the fucking UFC. Dana White, I think, is the coolest motherfucker ever. as a person, the way he talks, his personality, he don't give a fuck because he's from East Coast. That's where I'm from. I grew up in Brooklyn. I know the East Coast mentality. You know what I mean? They don't give a fuck. That's how I am too. So at the end of the day, they don't want to do it. Give other people a chance. Give other people a chance. I'm gonna go out there and make more money.
Yeah.
As long as I see, there's nothing to do in here. You guys are a fucking shithole in America. You're fucking airports. I'm fucking so tired of living here. I'm thinking about even moving to Dubai, living in Dubai now because I'm getting offers from Dubai. You make 8K, 800, no, 80K a salary in average if you speak English and you have American passport. And I
It's
got both of
intriguing.
that.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
No,
I got everything. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go there, live my like a king out there probably and train. They would love to train me in there any gym. So
yeah.
we're
You got a lot
good.
of options, which is good. Just a couple things I wanted to mention before we wrap things up. And again, I
I
appreciate
talk
the
too much,
honesty.
right?
Yeah, no, it's good. Listen, I wanted to give you the platform here because I think, again, we see what's on Twitter, but I wanted to give you the actual platform here. Do you think the door is closed on the UFC officially? Like kind of what you're
No,
saying here? No? So you think it's still
no.
open? Okay.
Yeah, it's open.
Okay.
They said it's open. It's not closed. It's all the question is, do I want it back? I'm getting offers.
I
You know,
get
I'm
it.
getting
Yeah,
more
you're in
money.
demand,
Like,
like you
do I?
said. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like, maybe
Well, and
I
it must,
would,
let
but
me ask you this as well. It must kind of annoy you too. Trevin Jones, who you defeated, is getting the fight with Garbrandt. Did that kind of sour you a bit too, just because he was cut and then they brought him back to fight Garbrandt?
no, because I like Trevin Jones, man. He's a good man.
It's nothing
I
against
hope
him. I'm just saying the UFC, they get
yeah.
rid of you, and then it's like, someone that you'd already
No,
defeated, they're
I didn't
bringing
even pay
back, right?
attention because I see why. Because Cody needs a fucking win, bro. He's
Yeah.
been he's been miserable.
Mhm.
Have you seen that guy? He hasn't fought for like how long? He's been miserable. I know how
Couple
he
years,
feels
yeah.
exactly. He
Yeah.
needs a win, and then he's ex-UFC champion. He needs a win, and then Trevin Jones getting this call, he's gonna get some name on him. Good
He
for
might
him.
win. Trevin's
Happy.
got knockout power, man. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He actually hit me up after this. He's like, bro, I can't believe that shit happened to you. Just so you know, it's not about like we're never enemies. I'm always cool to my opponents, even we talk shit. I'm like, bro, that's all about it. We can talk shit all day because we're athletes. We can always fucking talk shit about our skills, which
Mhm.
is funny as fuck to me.
Yeah.
That's all about. You know what I mean? At
Okay.
the end of the day, bro, that's what happened.
We some promotion we haven't talked about on here. I don't know if you would be interested. Bellator, just they've really been building up their bantamweight division. Is that of interest? Obviously, PFL's out the window because they don't have a bantamweight division.
Oh, they do. You know they're
They do.
doing a bantamweight tournament in Europe now.
Oh, are they? Okay. Maybe I
They
missed
have
the memo on that.
100K prize money.
Okay, well then there you go. But at least, like I said, Bellator's really strengthened things up. There's PFL. You mentioned the boxing stuff, so it looks like a lot of things kind of on the table right now, which is great for you, right?
Yeah, I
So
would love to go to fight Bellator. As of now, I rank higher than the champ on Topology.
there you go. That works. And then you obviously you're in Illinois right now. Any plans to go back to Spokane, or what's sort of the plan there?
Spokane is always gonna be my home, man. Pablo Alfonso, man, and his gym, they did so much for me, man. He's a great coach. This guy did so much for me my entire career. I lived with him. He helped me out a lot, man. I can never betray him for anything. That's my home gym till I retire. Even though I'll go to other places, if I do other things, I will still. The Pablo will always be in my corner, even though I don't train there. But Spokane is a small city for me. That city is too small for me. I can't, and then too small, and then they're too sensitive out there. I'm a shit up. I'm like, bro, I sell the water to a shark. You know what I'm saying? When you do shit like that, you gotta say some stuff, and then people will take it wrong, and then those people don't understand. Oh, it's Spokane. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so it's like. Yeah, I'll probably go back. I'm doing this. I'm helping out with his show that we have amateur show that we're doing locally. So I'm
Mhm.
trying to help out with that, be the face of that, and then I'm trying to get sponsorship for that show. Trying to build that show, and I'm trying to help them. But Pablo Alfonso, man, he did so much for me. Like I can never thank him enough. Maybe one day I'll buy him I don't know, some nice car when I have a lot of money. That's the
There you
only
go.
way I can do something good for him.
That's good. We haven't spoken since Islam defeated Volkanovski. Just your thoughts on that fight?
You know, I've been trying to watch that fight for since then. I did not watch that fight because I was traveling and I actually fell
Oh, no
asleep.
worries. Okay.
And then from what I see, the highlights, I mean, after after the fight, man, Islam couldn't even walk. And then I like to fuck around on Twitter. I was like, in my opinion, I think Volk is one because I know people are gonna hate that shit. And that thing was like, that thing sells, man. People, when you go against people, they would like go on you, be on your ass. I just said that because not because I think he actually won. I didn't even watch the fight. I just watched the highlights. From what I see, I mean, it's very, 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 very close fight. It could be draw too, but maybe just because they gave it to Islam because Islam is a champ in the UFC. I mean, in his weight class. So when you're going against the champ, I feel like you need to dominate the at least 3 fight. You need to win clear, like 10-8. You cannot
Yeah.
have a close rounds with the champ. You need to beat them clean.
Yeah, that makes sense. Before we get out of here, my last question: why'd you unfollow me on Twitter?
Did I?
Yeah, you did. But it's okay. We got this interview set up, so I didn't take it personally. So I thought maybe I
I
did
don't know,
something. I was
man.
like,
Maybe if
I was
I
like, we've
followed
always
you,
been cool, you know.
maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know, man. Maybe you didn't. I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't
Okay.
tell. I can't. I don't
No,
remember.
no
Why.
worries. I just,
I will
you know,
follow
listen,
back.
I'm airing everything out here. It's all good because
No,
if
I
you
think your
remember,
Twitter,
I might
something
have been one
happened
of
to
your
your
first
Twitter. Don't lie
interviews.
to me.
What's
Something
that?
happened to your Twitter, no?
No, it did, but I got it back.
Yeah, I don't know. Even though you got it back, sometimes you lose people. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think I actually pressed this. I don't really remember why. So that's why
No
I cannot
worries.
really tell
It's
you.
okay as long as we're good. That's all I was making sure
Oh,
because
no, no, no.
I was like, I
Cool,
don't think
man.
I did anything to him.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know. I followed you. I didn't even know because you were my message. I
Yeah,
opened the
exactly.
message.
So, well, yeah, the DMs still work, but I just noticed I was unfollowed. But
Oh yeah,
anyways,
I
it's all
didn't know
good.
that. I get you,
There you
man.
go. It's all
See
good.
what's
It's all good, man. It's all good. Hey, best of luck with what's next. We're gonna be following along, and I appreciate the honesty here, man. That's all. That's all I ever ask, and you always give it to me. So I appreciate it. If there's anything you want to mention before we get out of here, whether it's social media or any sponsors, anything like that, I'll give you the last word.
Man, I'm a king of Twitter, so follow me on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, man. Let's get it on, move on to the next chapter in life, and then let's do great things and just stay positive, and then that's what we can do. Stay positive in life. That's it.